I think with the Brands Indy, the big advantage was what you lost in waiting for temperature. You kind of gained that 2-3 times over when the track came to you towards the end. The wet tyres had really burned out, and the slicks just got quicker and quicker lap by lap. So what you lost, you gained up for plus some. At Silverstone, going to the wets, what you gained was, if you protected them at first, if you didn't try and go too quick while the track was still slightly dry, when it got really wet, you had a very strong pace, and obviously you could overtake people in any position of the track because the grip was there on the wet tyres. So it was more about trying to protect them and let the race come back to you.
The biggest reason we had an advantage at Silverstone in 2019 was mainly that we made the call early on. We managed to get the tyres on before the grid came round for their first lap, meaning we were on the same lap as everybody else. The safety car then came out, which I thought might sort of screw our chance a little bit of winning the race or having an advantage, because it allowed other cars to go onto wets, the same tyre as us. But I think the fact that we had some heat already in our wet tyre sort of gave us that 2 or 3 laps to get our head down and sort of make the gap that we needed and sort of maintain it from there.
Yeah, tyre strategy was a big thing of me winning at Brands Indy. It was I was sat on the grid and we couldn't really make our mind up, and like I said earlier, we were sat 27th. We didn't really have anything to lose. My engineer told me that there was 27 laps in the race, and there'd be a lot of cars going over the tarmac, so that it would dry quickly. And really, I made a bit of a meal of the race. I was 5 laps in. I was on the radio saying, I think it's wet. I think we should come back in and put them on. Especially because the clouds actually did look a little bit like it was going to start raining again. So for me, it was just a case of just get to the finish in that race, and it was I just kind of plodded around in the end, and then eventually once the tyres started to I'd kind of given up in my head a little bit, and once the tyres gripped all of a sudden on about lap 15, then I really got my head down and cracked on and went on and won the race.